What's going on, guys? We are talking betting. I didn't get the article out today. Some things happened, transpired. We couldn't get it out the way we wanted to. But anyways, we're talking betting here. We're gonna go over a handful of games, and then we're gonna fire up the grill and get the snacks ready and plop on the couch and get ready for 12 to 14 solid hours of college football because well, that's what's great about this time of year. And that's what's great about this country. College football. There we go. All right. First game we're going to get into is Ohio State is going to Illinois. This game is very interesting. Ohio State is 5-0 against the spread so far this year. Illinois is 5-1 against the spread. The spread right now is minus 15.5, minus 15 at some places. You can get it too, I think I've seen. So that's really interesting. You have two teams playing that are both excellent against the spread. So, and that's a big number, 15.5, especially on the road. Illinois has had a roller coaster last couple of weeks, obviously getting housed in Indiana, turning around, and I would say to a degree dominating USC. Dominating might be too strong a word, but what I mean is I don't think the score of the USC Illinois game was indicative of how that game was played. I think the score showed it closer than what it actually would have felt like if you watched the whole game. I watched the whole game. I never really once felt like Illinois was ever in trouble with losing that game. So it's really interesting to see how they're going to bounce back. Conference rival comes in, top team in the conference, top team in the country. This Ohio State team is the reigning and defending. They have not given up more than 9 points so far in a game this season through 5 games going into game 6. With the spread being 15.5, it is a lot of points, but this Ohio State defense is just insane right now. Altmaier and that offense is going to have to dial up some stuff to try and get in the end zone, which is something that few teams have done this year. Nobody's done it more than once anyway, so it'll be really interesting. The total is 50.5. You could find it at 49.5. You could find it at 51 is kind of where that range is right now. Illinois is 4-2 against the total so far this year. Ohio State is 2-3 against the total. So this really seems like an under. You could get an alt line if you wanted to take Illinois to try and cover. If you put it in a teaser, that number could go from 15.5 to 25.5. You could find alt lines that could get you to Illinois plus 20 if you're interested in something like that. This game, to me, this game has to hit the over for Illinois to win, and I just don't know if it does. I like Illinois. I like how they bounce back. They're a really, really good team, well deserved of being in the top 15. I just don't know if they have the horses for 4 quarters to go with Ohio State. That's the thing. I think they have enough to hang around. I don't know if they have enough for 4 full quarters. I I don't see Illinois winning. I think Illinois could cover, and this could be an under. I think this could be a 27. No, that doesn't get there. I don't know. I mean, with 15.5, essentially you're asking Illinois to hold Ohio State under 24 if you think Illinois is going to get to 9. If you think Illinois is going to score more than 10 points, take Illinois in the points. I think that's probably it. I think that would put it around. Yeah. Well, man, I don't know. This one's tough. I would say if you like Illinois, go Illinois alt line. Try and get some more points out of them. Under, though. I do like the under, almost locked in there. Yeah, I like the under on 15.5 with how these two teams are playing right now. Alabama and Missouri, we don't know a lot about Missouri yet. They're 5-0, but their level of play is about to skyrocket today with Alabama coming in. Alabama's a 3.5-point favorite. If you love home dogs, put money on Missouri. You can get them anywhere between 3 to 4 points today. Seeing 3.5 mostly, but If you like home dogs, I would take Missouri in the points and not even think about it. The total's 51.5. I like the over on that too. Again, Missouri, good defense, good offense. They have explosive weapons on both sides. They just haven't seen this level of talent. So a lot of people don't know if this Missouri team is for real. That's not Missouri's fault. Missouri's going to play who they're going to play in front of them. Now, today is when we decide collectively as a group whether or not Missouri is for real. I like Alabama to win. I think it's going to be close. I like the over. UCLA, Michigan. A lot of people are on UCLA. Michigan State, excuse me. A lot of people are on UCLA. I would almost lay the points with Michigan State. I think this is going to be a comeback to earth moment for UCLA. I like Michigan State there. We're going to go down the road a little bit here. So I've got my big board out. 3:30 Indiana, Oregon. This is the game of the day for me. Minus my team playing, Tennessee. This is the game of the day for me. Oregon hosting Indiana. Indiana coming across the world to play this game. Oregon's minus 7.5. The total is 52.5. I have no clue what the total is going to be. I like Oregon and I'm laying the points. I like Oregon to assert themselves a little bit here and show why they think they should be the number one team in the country. Oklahoma, Texas, I really don't care about. I'm going to be quite honest with you. Northwestern, Penn State. Okay, this one's actually really interesting. Penn State announced a stripe out yesterday out of nowhere the day before a game for Northwestern. The total is 48.5. Penn State is laying 21.5 at home. Northwestern coming off of a dominant UCLA win. UCLA beats Penn State, therefore Northwestern should beat Penn State, right? That's how it goes. If you think Penn State's in a free fall, or if you think they're just not as good as everybody thought they were, I would take Northwestern in the points. Why not? It's 3 touchdowns plus 3 extra points and a hook. If you think Penn State is not as good as everybody claims them to be, or had claimed them to be, or they themselves claim to be, take Northwestern in the points. Maryland, Nebraska. Nebraska is a 6.5 point favorite on the road. Maryland sneaky. I think Nebraska gets by. Arkansas, Tennessee. Take the over. It's 67.5. 2 days ago, it was 69.5. 2 days ago, I would have told you to take the over. Take the over. Over. Take the over. It's over. Take the over. Tennessee started at 13.5 point favorite. It went down to 12.5 point favorite. It's now bet down to 9.5 point favorite. The fact that this game is now single digits, I like Tennessee even more. I think Tennessee finally pulls away. Arkansas has the offensive firepower, excuse me, to score. I don't think they have the horses for 4 quarters to stay with Tennessee. I just don't think they're good enough. They had coaching turmoil. They turned the keys back over to Bobby Petrino. Petrino then turned around and fired 3 defensive coaches and replaced them with 3, moved up 3 defensive coaches to take their places. I think for Arkansas, this is going to be a how easy can we simplify this game for everybody? We're going to simplify the defense and the calls. We're going to simplify the offense and the calls. We're just going to let the boys go run around and play. This is a dangerous team to face if you're Tennessee. This type of Arkansas team, this type of team in college sports, the coach, the kids quit on the coach. It's ugly. There's turmoil. The coach leaves. New coach comes in, frees the boys up, gets them running around. This is a terrifying team for Tennessee to play if Tennessee doesn't go in and handle business early. Get off to a hot start. Tennessee's outscoring their opponents by 60 points in the first quarter. If you want an inside bet in this game, take Tennessee, lay the points in first quarter. Take Tennessee, lay the points in the first half. If you like a little inside on that isn't just totals, spread, or money line. Tennessee minus the points in the first quarter. Texas Tech is a 14.5 point favorite. Kansas is coming to town. I love Texas Tech. They have covered the spread in all 5 games. They've beaten all 5 opponents by 20+ points. Texas Tech in the points. Total's 59.5. I like the total to get there too. Texas Tech in the points. Georgia goes to Auburn. That's going to be an interesting one. Georgia's a 4.5-point favorite on the road. This could be a huge spot for Auburn. This could be a huge spot for them. I don't know if they can get there, but man, oh man, would that start the bloodbath of October in the SEC. Another fun game, which I'm actually really interested in, is Michigan is flying out to USC. USC is a 2.5-point favorite. Michigan is under the number 15 team in the country. USC coming off the loss at Illinois. They're now posting Michigan. The total is 56.5. I like USC here. I'm high on USC. I don't mean like they could win everything and they're going to run. I don't mean like that, but I'm pretty high on USC. I like them to win this game. I will be laying the points with USC or having USC in a teaser to maybe get them on the plus side. South Carolina, LSU. I'd like the South Carolina game a lot more if I knew Lenore Sellers was 100%. Going into LSU is going to be tough for them. It's just going to be hard. Arizona State, the number 21 team in the country, going to Utah. Utah is a 9.5-point favorite. This is a big game. Huge game. Arizona State might cover. I like Utah to win. And as always, not as always, but we should start giving a shout out to the very last game of the night, regardless of who it is. And it's Utah State flying to Hawaii. Utah State's a 2.5-point favorite, but it's Hawaii. You know, that's my scientific layout of this game. Utah State favorite. It's Hawaii. There you go. Does anyone listening, probably nobody is, unsure, have any games they want to talk about? Let's actually go to, let's see. Yeah. Missouri is 3-2 against the spread this year. Alabama's 4-1. So that goes back to Missouri or Alabama being a minus 3.5-point favorite on the road. Bama 4-1 against the spread. Missouri 3-2. I believe Missouri is much better at covering totals. Missouri is 4-1 on totals, and Alabama is 3-2 on totals. So overall, the record is positive in taking against the over. So I do like the idea of Alabama winning. I do like the idea of that total at 51.5. But anyways, that's what we're going. That's what we're doing. So hope this helps. An hour and 10 minutes left. Get your bets in. Happy hunting. May the betting gods be with you and your wallets as always.